Be a chance. Oh, F8 green, 392 right there. Oh, I'm going to get his ass. I'm going to get his ass. Yeah. All right, squad, so we got a bit of a problem here. Rear windshield tinted, can't see in. Side windshield tinted, can't see in. What
kind of shit is that?
You can see clear through the front windshield. Side windows tinted, 15%, 15%, 15%. Nothing. We're going to get the front windshield tinted, y'all. See you in a minute. What up, squad? It's your boy Knockout 360, man. So basically, you know, it's just not clean enough. You know what I'm saying? The look of my car from the outside isn't clean enough. Now I got 15% on all the rear and side passenger windows. You know what I'm saying? 15%, 15, 15, 15, all the way around. And when you look at the car from a specific angle, and I mean basically from the sides, even the back, you can't see in it, which is dope, and I certainly can't see in it at nighttime. But during the daytime, if that sun is hitting my car just right, you can literally see all of it, everything in my car. My car is it's a blank canvas. Like whatever you want, you can check out. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, this is a V6 Charger. Yeah, so from certain angles, when the sun hits my car just right, you can see everything inside of my car. And I personally don't like that. Now, you already know the deal. I mean, my car is illegal, your car is illegal, so let's not even trip, right? I know your tint's illegal because nobody's putting 35% on their car. That's damn near clear. You're wasting money. I remember when I first bought my red V6, I went to Sunstoppers. I went to Sunstoppers, you know, a legit company or whatever the case may be. And I talked to the guy, and he was like, you know, the legal limit in North Carolina is 35, and we can do 20, but we can't guarantee that you're not going to get pulled over and not going to get, you know, your car impounded, and basically all kinds of stuff. Now, mind you, I was real young when I had my V6, so I mean, he kind of scared the, you know, the livings out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to put myself in a situation where, listen to that thing. It's early in the morning and she's showing out. But I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I might get pulled over, you know what I'm saying, and have to deal with the cops and this, that, and the other. So I was like, I went with 35%, which was the biggest mistake I ever made, because that's damn near clear. It doesn't matter what time of night you're looking inside of my car, you would be able to see. So for all you out there, to be honest with you, if you're going to tint your car, it's best to get what you want and get what looks good. The reality of the situation is cops really aren't messing with people right now about tint and stuff like that. With everything that's going on in the world, that's one less thing that a cop has to worry about, is pulling you over for tint. Now, every city and state municipality is different. So I mean, your city and state may be one of those, you know, OD types, but for the most part, by and large, cops don't want to deal with that. In North Carolina, they're not messing with people over tint. So, you know, that's the advantage of getting what you want. Not to mention, there'll very rarely be a chance. Oh, F8 green, 392 right there. But there'll very rarely be a tint. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm going to get his ass. I'm going to get his ass. I ain't gonna get him. He got a head start. He can't call that a win. He can't call that a win. That's not a win. It's in front of me. Oh, this. But you know what I'm saying? We pulled up at the light, so I know he gonna go. But, you know, it's just one of them things like you want to get what you want. It's best that you get what you want and you get it one time so you don't have to consistently keep paying for it. So that's what I'm doing now. I went with 15 all the way around and I let people yeah. Wide body, baby. But he can have it. He can have it. He can have it. I got him off the line. That's all that matters. I got him off the line.
Stop fucking lying.
But damn, man, it's 10:30 in the morning and we getting started. That's what happens when you drive a 392. For no reason, you just get started. Hey, bro, it's too early to do all that, man. It's too early for that, bro. I like it though. Yeah. But yeah, you know, see, that's what happens when you drive a 392. You deal with stuff like that all the time, man. But damn, man, that shit done got me excited. But yeah, man, I mean, the biggest thing is you want to get what you want at one time. Save your money and go get it. Don't worry about getting caught. Now, the only thing is some cities and states need inspections and you have to do that on a yearly basis. And then, of course, they inspect your tint and everything. So it's one of those things where you want to be mindful of, you know what I'm saying, inspections. But if you know somebody, then you know somebody. I can't tell you how much money I've spent on tint. I mean, like I said, the first time I put tint on my red Charger, my V6, I went with 35% legal limit. Terrible mistake, you know? I could see through it all the way. I hated it. I dropped $225 on that. Didn't tint the windshield because they wouldn't do that legally. So I dropped $225 on that. And then I got pissed off, and like 6 months later, I was like, I'm not doing this. So I went back to another tint shop, which is the tint shop I'm going to now. And I got 15% all the way around, and they charged me probably $220, $225, something around that as well. You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up going back and getting a tint strip. You guys remember I had the tint strip up top. That was right at 15%. So, I mean, I probably spent $400 or $500 on tint on that car just because I couldn't make up my mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where do what you do one time and do it the way you like it. Don't worry about the cops. They're not going to mess with you in 2020. The biggest thing is making sure that you know somebody who can take care of you on the inspection. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody that can take care of you, if you know somebody that can take care of you on the inspection tip, you're good to go. And I say go ahead and do it, man. So today we are getting the front windshield tinted because I'm just not feeling the look of the car right now. 15% all the way around, looks good from the side and from the back. But when you're looking at it from the inside, I mean, come on, look at it now. Like, look at all the light that's coming in. You can see my face, you know, it's clear as day. You can tell I'm black. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be able to tell that. But, you know what I'm saying? That's the deal there. We're going to A1 Tint Pros. That's A1 Tint Pros, Alpha 1 Tint Pros. They're the guys I've been going to probably for the last 2.5, 3 years with both of my cars. You know what I'm saying? The red one as well as this one. They're legit, they're professional, and they're gonna get the job done in a timely manner. So that's where we're going now, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace. About to get it good and tinted. See, look at that. You can see all the way through. A1 Tint Pros, Pineville. No, what is that? We up here. See all the way through it. That's not gonna be the case in a minute. Look at that. My tire thing came off. See, I had the red spikes. I wonder, maybe it was loose. Yeah, we up here. Let's go in there. What up, squad? It's your boy Knockout here again. So basically, I took it up to the tint shop. So what I didn't tell you is that when I got all of my car, all of my windows tinted back in the day when I first got it, 15%, 15 all the way around, I actually did come back and get tint on the front windshield. I got 70. Really wasn't the smartest I did there, and the reason I say that is because I felt like at the time I was being scared of getting pulled over and not being able to see at night, so I went with something safe. I went with 70. So basically the whole situation is I didn't get my car tinted. I wasn't able to film the conversation that me and the tech had. Shout out to A1 Tint Pros in Pineville. They're legit. They've done all of my cars, my car, my girlfriend's car, everybody's car that I know. I send them their way. They're legit. And this is what makes them even better. So my man Antonio, he's the only tech that actually does the tint work, right? He was explaining to me, and you guys may be familiar with this, that a lot of people have had issues with front window tint, in the sense that when somebody's tinting their car, the water from the tint, because you got to put a lot of water and soap and all that stuff to get the film to stick on there perfect, it somehow or another drips down in there, and that's where your PCM is located. Now you can't quite see where, you know, all that stuff is down there, but to my understanding, that's where the PCM is located. And in the past, a lot of people, specifically his shop, has had issues with tinting the front windshield. He had a situation a couple years ago where he was tinting a Dodge Charger, and he was putting the normal amount of water.
I'm trouble hearing you.
Shut the fuck up. That's what you need to hear. He was having trouble tinting the front wind. He didn't have trouble tinting the front windshield, but he was using a normal amount of water, soap, the whole nine, his whole process or whatever. And then, long story short, unbeknownst to him, some of the water from the tint and soap had dripped down and got below this section here, right? And somehow or another got to his PCM and screwed his whole situation up, his whole car. Because apparently Dodge has it set to where right beneath this area here or whatever, our computer, all of our delicate, you know, electronics and stuff is like right below here. So whenever you're messing with cleaning your car, whether you're cleaning the windshield or tinting the windshield and you're putting a bunch of water, that's something you want to be mindful of, because there's always a chance that some of that water and soap could drip down and end up messing up your technology, your electronics or whatever. So long story short, he did that car, messed up the PCM, had to have it towed to Dodge or whatever the case may be. I think they replaced it. Because, you know, they know that they messed up as far as how they designed the car. Maybe they did mess up. That's just how, you know, our cars are designed. But ever since then, he's been really hesitant to do front windshield. So I took my car to him back in the day when I first got it to get my front windshield. And he's like, listen, I just want you to know, as a disclaimer, there's a chance that, you know, there's a slight chance, and I just want to be honest with you and up front, that if the water drips below a certain line, it could get to your PCM and your electronics and screw your car up. Like, that's a legit possibility. I just want to make you aware. It hasn't happened in years, because I think the situation he had with the other Charger, that happened some years back. But with, you know, with my car being so new, he was like, I've never worked on a 2020 before. I don't know how it's laid out. I just want to make sure that you're abreast that this is a chance. Like, there is a possibility that, I'm turning the air on, there is a possibility that if the water and soap drops below a certain level, it could mess up the technology and all that good stuff in your car. Now, to my understanding, he puts rope and like paper towels and all that stuff down there to keep the water from going down there, but there's still a chance. Now, I basically told him, listen, I want the tint, I'll take the risk, go ahead and put it on there. He put it on there, had no issues with it whatsoever. Now I'm coming back to him, and basically I was like, I want it darker. I want to go about 40% on the front windshield instead of 70, because 70 just ain't cutting it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt, because people kept telling me, oh yeah, everything else in your car is blacked out, but you know, your front windshield, I can kind of see you during the daytime when the sun hits it right. Not to mention, I just told you guys, when the sun hits my front windshield right, you know, you can kind of see me. Well, so I'm like, you know, I want to get it darker. What can you guys do? He said it's going to take just as much water, if not more, to take that windshield tint off, that 70 off, and put something that's darker on there. And I was like, well, you know, instead of going that route, how come we can't just tint over it? He was like, well, we can do that, but it's going to take just as much water, because now he's got to, from what I understand and the way he explained it to me, which makes sense, he's got to spray more soap, more water to get that second layer of tint to bond to the first layer of tint that's already there. Long story short, he just didn't want to put that much water on the front windshield of my car, risking it dripping down to the engine, which is something you got to respect. Because if you go to someone to get a job and you're willing to pay them and they say, hey, listen, you might want to think about this twice, and ultimately turn you away, you got to respect that, because they're not all about the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the situation there. So I'm gonna stick with the 70, even from the outside. Let's just keep it real. What's that? Oh, that's a cop. That's a cop. But even when you look at it from the outside, 70%, you can't see in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's 15%. You can't see in there. 15, and then 70. You got to see it from the right angle to be able to see in it. But you can see that kind of glare or glaze, kind of like that polarized look. So it's not like you really can't see me really all that well and during the nighttime, there's no way in hell you're seeing me, but 70% is still good enough. So yeah, all of this right here, look at that, all that sensitive technology and stuff. I'm not even sure if you can see that. The water starts dripping and hits that stuff right there, you're screwed. So just as a caution to you guys, be wary of having someone tint your front windshield, because there's a legit chance that they could really fuck your situation up, man. Putting the soap and the water and all that good stuff on there, water start dripping down, hitting this stuff right here, and screwed up his whole PCM, and the dude had to have his car towed and all that stuff. So that's just something to be mindful of whenever the case comes. When you guys are tinting your front windshield, make sure that person is taking proper precautions not to screw your car up, because I've seen numerous videos on YouTube of people, you know, in Chargers and Challengers screwing up their car because they're putting too much water on the front, you know what I'm saying? So that's just something to be mindful of. Look how, I don't know if you can see the heat wave coming off that Hemi. This thing is hot, just hot. I got it idling, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. But as always, it's been your boy Knockout 360, man. I did not get my car retinted. At this point, I've got 15%, 15 all the way around 70 up front. Personally, I'm cool with that because I can still see at night, but it's still dark enough to where you can't see me. That was another concern that I had, because the tint levels was gonna take it down to like 40% on the front. So I probably wouldn't be able to see a goddamn thing. And I know you wouldn't be able to see me, man. But, you know, that's kind of the situation there, guys. Just kind of a, you know, keep your eyes open about that. Whenever you're getting your car tinted, make sure that they're taking the necessary precautions to protect it. And that's about it, man. As always, it's been your boy Knockout 360. I will see you in the next one. Peace.